Alright. Time to start the trial of who killed Taka and Hifumi. A double murder. You know, that's a step up from the other cases anyway. Is that skills, I think? Well, we got some stuff, right? I remember getting this. Neural liberation. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Effective during non-stop debate. Okay. Sure, why not? Is there like another thing as well? Did I get something from Celeste? Or maybe not, actually. No. I think so. Maxing out Celeste just gave you more skill points. Right. We can also review our evidence. Let's do that. Get like a refresher, you know? Let's see here. So, Monokuma file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Cause of death was a blow to the head. They were killed both by a similar weapon. A tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body, apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any blood stains. There was a dolly that was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. Has no handles, and the blood was found on one of his wheels. It's assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were seen in the repository, they were completely clean again. Weird. There's also a hammer. They are all shapes and sizes. One of them was wet, however, and recently washed. There's also the door to the repository that connects to the art room. According to Asahina, it was locked during the search of the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it has somehow been unlocked. There's also a bloodstain in the equipment room, where Kiyotaka's body was initially found, and there's also a tire track left behind. There's also a glasses cleaning cloth found in a trash can in the nurse's office, branded with a popular cartoon character. It's not a cartoon, it's an anime. Anyway, but also has some blood on it. Someone used it to wipe some blood. Also, Celeste's testimony. She says that Hifumi's body disappeared when she and Asahina left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently, they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. There's also the message from Hagakure. He wrote to meet everybody in the dining hall. Has a particular handwriting. Also, blueprints for Robo Justice found in his room. Presumably used, to make the Robo Justice costume. But the costume itself, it seems like only he can wear it, Yasuhiro. And anyone else who tries to wear it wouldn't fit. And you can't bend at the waist more than 90 degrees, apparently. You can't really bend. Which might be relevant, maybe? I guess we'll see. His testimony, Yasuhiro, said he got a mysterious note. It says, like, you found a hole, don't tell anyone else. Meet the rec room, 1 a.m. Ishimaru's wristwatch broke right at 6 o'clock. It was confirmed working last night, so that must mean it broke at 6 a.m. He also was grasping a small piece of paper for some reason that probably is from this paper that we found in Hifumi's pants, basically, when Kyokyo was just grabbing around in his crotch, his crotch area, just grabbing some... Anyway. And then she found the note. That's very similar to what Yasuhiro said he found, but it's a different place, different time. And also a handbook that I guess Kyokyo also mentioned that might be important. I don't know. Kitty gitty. Kitty gitty, kitty gitty. It's weird. I'm mixing up the names now. Sometimes saying Kyokyo, sometimes I'm saying last names, sometimes saying first names. The localization is definitely mixing up my, my memories. Trying to remember everybody's names. Ishu has a handbook, acts as a card key. It's believed that no handbooks were involved in this murder. Kind of a weird clue. If it has no relevance, then why is it here, How am I going to use it? I guess we'll see. Alright, there you go. That's just a reveal of evidence so far we found in the investigation. Just to keep in mind going forward. It's a little refresher. Alright, now I think we're ready to actually start the trial of this double murder, Robo Justice killing spree, All rise.
まずは学級裁判の簡単な説明から始めましょう。学級 番の結果はお前らの投票により決定されます。正しい黒を指摘できれば黒だけがお仕置き。だけどもし間違った人物を黒とした場合は黒以外の全員がお仕置きされ、みんなを欺いた黒だけが晴れて卒業となります。さてと、じゃあ最初は犯人はもう決まってるよ。おろろろろ。
一連の殺人や死体消失が起きた際のアリバイがなく、何よりあのコスプレ姿で現れた葉隠康弘君。
Cosplay. You know, in Japanese, they're saying cosplay. He's wearing cosplay.
どう考えてもあんたが犯人じゃん。
だから違うんだって。俺はずっと眠らされてただけで。
黙れこの人殺しめ。
Okay, ironic.
おめえに言われたかねえって。
葉隠君、残念ですがこんな証拠もあるのですよ。あのコスプレ衣装の設計図です。それとあの衣装の制作に使われたと思われるこれら部品の数々、すべてあなたの部屋から見つかったものです。これらが動かぬ証拠ですわ。あなたがあの衣装を作り上げ、それを身にまとい次々と犯行を重ねていったということのね。
だから俺は知らん。
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear. Right, well, the first thing we should do is maybe clear his name. It does seem like, yeah, if you think about it a little bit, probably he's not the killer. There's just things that just don't add up.
この設計図や部品が物語っています。あなたが犯人であるということをね。
俺は知らん。これは罠だ。陰謀だ。
Conspiracy!
でなんで殺したの？
Why did you kill him? You know, that's actually a very classic police interrogation technique. You know, you just say a leading question. You know, why did you kill him? You know, basically. I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is. Also, I need to look at the controls again. I don't remember how to do anything. Let's see. Control is fast forward. Left, right, mouse to select the bullet. Concentrate is space. Okay, control and space. I remember that as well. How do you, by the way, I forget how you. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, how do you like autoplay? I was thinking maybe I should autoplay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was thinking like maybe I should like autoplay instead of like trying to click every single line, because I sometimes you know, occasionally I accidentally skip a line, you know. Because I'm a little too hasty, you know, and trying to like advance the dialogue. But I do want to hear all the voices, you know. That's the whole point why I have Japanese voices in the first place. Gotta pay attention. What am I doing? Okay, so we've really found your room. Blueprints. So I'm thinking this one? Yeah, because it doesn't add up. The blueprint and the note we got from Yasuhiro.
本当に葉隠君が書いたものなのかな。
どういう意味ですか？
だってさ、これ見てよ。アルターエゴがなくなった時に葉隠君がみんなを集めるのに使ったメモだけど。
You know, I wonder in the Japanese version, I wonder if it looks different. Maybe because obviously in Japanese, they probably wrote it in Japanese. Like I wonder if his handwriting is more so like maybe he wrote everything like in a very fancy way, because you can, I mean, obviously for kanji anyway, for the Japanese characters, there's like a whole like calligraphy thing, you know, you can like really write the letters super fancy. So maybe that's the equivalent, you know, in the Japanese version, like he wrote it like very fancy, but in the blueprints anyway, not so much. Anyway. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
こっちの設計図とさ。
確かに同一人物のものとは思えない。筆跡を使い分けただけでしょ。
I mean, you could do that. You could like that's one way. Wasn't there like I can't remember. Oh, actually, it was from like a reality show or something. But anyway, I think there was like I saw like in a reality show one time where someone was trying to like disguise their handwriting, I guess, to like a commercial agency or something. But you know, they were pretending that kids like their product, I think, and so in order to disguise it, they would use their their less dominant hand. You know, in the case like if you're right-handed, you just use your left hand instead, and you pretend that kids like I like this product or whatever, and then just submit like false, results to show that hey, our product is good or something. Anyway, that's just what it reminds me of.
いや、筆跡を使い分けた程度の差には見えんぞ。
そもそも一石を使い分けるなんて器用な真似俺にはできんって。
じゃあ苗木は葉隠れが犯人じゃないっていうの？
苗木だけじゃない。俺も同じ考
Right? Togami is on our side. Yeah. Despite our differences, I guess.
だったらあのジャスティスロボの正体って誰だったの？葉隠れが言ったみたいに他の誰かが似たような別の衣装でも着てたってこと？
例の不審者の正体か。おい苗木、答えてやれ。
Tell him, Naegi. Tell him, Naegi. And of course, he passes off to me.
苗木、答えてよ。あのジャスティスロボの正体って誰なの？
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in that suit, is obviously the Illuminati. No. Ina? Well, obviously, process of elimination, I guess. It's funny because I actually like multiple choice questions, in school. I remember a lot of people don't like multiple choice questions, but for me, I like it because you can tell like what you can, instead of trying to figure out the right answer, you just figure out like what the wrong answers are, and it's a lot easier. I don't know. You just think about like what doesn't fit. So obviously, it's not the Illuminati. And we already saw Hina try to put on the suit, so I guess it's Hero. I don't know what they're trying to get at, I guess, but this is the correct answer. We did see Hero in the costume.
葉隠れ君以外には考えられないよね。あの衣装は彼にしか着られないわけだし、結局他の衣装も見つかってないとなると。
間違いないな。あの不審者の正体は葉隠れだろう。
言ってることおかしいじゃん。葉隠れは犯人じゃないって言ったばっかだよ。
おかしくなどない。葉隠れは不審者の正体ではあるが、犯人ではないというだけだ。ということはまさか。そう。今回の事件の犯人はあの不審者とは関係ない。
いや、メッセージ。根拠はあるのですか？あの不審者が犯人ではないという根拠は？
もちろんだ。だがその前にはっきりさせておかねばならないことがある。まずはそれについて話しておくとしよう。
ちょっともったいぶらないでよ。
物事には順序というものがあるんだ。それで何のだ。先にはっきりさせておかねばならぬこととは。石丸の死体の運搬方法についてだ。
I mean, that should be easy, right?
あいつの死体が運搬された際、どうやらあるものが使われたようなのだが、どうだ苗木、お前に答えられるかな？
Tell him, Naegi. The things were used to move Taka's body. They must have been, this dolly, probably. And there's still one more thing. Probably the blue tarp, because that's where I mean I'm trying to think anything else. No, I mean this shows that it was moved, but I think it's tarp to make sure the blood doesn't spill everywhere, while it was moving. これだ。
台車とビニールシート。
Why is he so? Why is he kissing his teeth at me? What's with the attitude?
一応説明しておくと、物理準備室から消えた石丸くんの死体が美術倉庫で再発見された時、彼の死体はビニールシートにくるまれていたよね。
Vinyl sheet? Oh, I think in Japanese he's saying vinyl sheet, a vinyl sheet or something. I don't know if it's the same thing, but anyway.
あのビニールシートって物理準備室にあったものと同じものだったんだよ。犯人が物理準備室から石丸くんの死体を運び出す際、そこにあったビニールシートを使ったんじゃないかな。
You know, I can't help but notice like Saika's, Saika's face with a big X right next to Naegi. You just see it every time.
死体の移動中に血痕を残してしまわないようにね。
ビニールシートの件はなんとなく分かっていたが、会社というのは何だ。
それはね、最初に物理準備室で石丸くんの死体が発見された時、そこには確かに台車があったのに、死体が消えた後は台車も一緒になくなってたんだ。その後美術倉庫で石丸くんの死体が再発見された時には、そこには死体と一緒に台車もあったんだ。
つまり死体は台車によって運ばれたとおっしゃりたいのですね。ですがそれは思い違いではありませんか？
Well, it is just my word against anyone else's, but
最初に物理準備室で石丸くんの死体を発見した時、本当にそこに台車があったのでしょうか？
it's funny how it works. I mean, just like in Phoenix Wright, in this game as well, people always just question the testimony. I mean, which makes sense, but I feel like in real life anyway, testimonies are usually how people understand the events. Usually, I mean, unlike video games, I guess, crimes in real life are not always so perfectly investigated. So usually, people only have testimonies to go on. We don't have like all this evidence usually to like find like the culprit or whatever. So I just find it funny, in video games. I mean, it does make it more interesting though. Like to find the truth and all that. Not always the case in real life though.
台車は美術室の彫像などを載せておくためのものですわよね。それが物理準備室にあったこと自体が不自然ですわ。本当は最初から美術倉庫にあったものを移動したと勝手に勘違いしただけではありませんか？
Oh no, she's gaslighting us. Even before the term gaslighting was all that popularized, I feel like she's gaslighting us.
言われてしまったな、苗木。さて、どうする？
気にしないでください、苗木くん。あなたには誰も期待していませんから。
How could you treat your D rank knight like this?
あなたが勘違いキャラだというのは周知の事実なのです。
She's so mean to us with a smile. But like, because she's saying it with a smile, I can't help but like her. I don't know. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. New elements. Sure. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up till now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cost you a single bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. It's like locking on, you have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Okay. Oh, so it's like the rhythm battle? I have a hard time remembering what all these mini games are called, but I guess this one will be the rhythm battle. So remember that the tab key now has a function along the right and left mouse buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, yeah, I'm not. It's not on easy. Trying to think. Fever. How do you activate fever time again? How do you? I don't know. Tap tap. Oop buddy. Ooh. Gotta reload. Gotta reload like it's like a revolver, you know. Gotta reload it one by one. I mean, you can put like a clip, I guess. But the classic way of reloading a revolver is to one by one. I can't tell. I can't see the marker. I know strike. Yes. Like that. Break. I have it right here in my head.
僕が美術倉庫で台車を見つけた時、そのタイヤには血痕が付着してたんだけど、それと同じタイヤの跡が物理準備室の血だまりにも残ってたんだ。きっと犯人が物理準備室から死体を運び出す際に誤って台車のタイヤに血をつけてしまって、それをそのまま美術倉庫まで移動させちゃったんだよ。これが根拠だよ。石丸くんの死体運搬に台車が使われたことにね。
Jesus, Celeste really hate me that much?
まあいいだろう。所詮補足の話だ。そろそろ本題に戻るとするか。
そうだ、ジャスティスロボが犯人じゃないって話だよ。犯人がジャスティスロボじゃないなら、じゃあどんなロボなの？
朝日奈よ。ロボは関係ないと思うぞ。
では話してやろう。例の不審者が事件の犯人ではないという根拠をな。それは石丸の死体運搬の流れを振り返ってみればすぐに見えてくるはずだ。
If you look at how the body was moved, be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Well, I think I know. I think I know what he means, but I guess we'll see. Global Justice Costume.
犯人は物理準備室で石丸を殺し、その死体を運んだのだったな。
死体をビニールシートで包んで、それを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ？
あの台車は取っ手がなかったはず
だ。でも取っ手なんかなくたって、腰をかがめた体勢になれば
Just bend over.
台
Easy.
車は問題なく押せたはずだよ。
Just bend over, forehead.
そうやって運んだ先が美術倉庫だったのね。
これで分かっただろ。例の不審者が事件の犯人ではないということがな。
I don't. What are you guys talking about? The dolly doesn't have any handles, so to push it, you have to bend over. That's actually really awkward. That's really bad for your back. You know, there's no handle. You gotta like crouch all the way down. But would anyone wearing that suit have been able to actually stoop down like that? Well, we know that. I mean, looking at the description, if you remember, and also when Asahina tried out the costume, it seems you can't bend at the waist while wearing the costume. So.
台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ。
あの台車は取っ手がなかった。
でも取っ手なんかなくたって腰をかがめ
You
た
can't bend
体勢
over.
になれば。
それは違うよ。
確かに腰をかがめて姿勢を低くすれば取っ手のない台車でも押せたかもしれない。あの衣装を着たままでそんな体勢になれたのかな。
どういう意味？
思い出してみてよ。あの衣装をみんなで確認した時のこと。
Can't do anything. Look at a little bandage.
あの衣装を着てると足元が見えない。
There's no little bandage on her leg, but anyway. They always do that, by the way. And anime characters, they also sometimes anime characters put like a bandage on the bridge of their nose for some reason, and that's just their like design. You know, they just never take it off. When they get like, I mean, unless you change it, you know, it's just for fashion, I guess. But I don't know. It would probably be very it would get very dirty, you know, if you just wear a bandage forever. I feel like. Anyway.
そうだったよね。
そういえばそうだった。
腰を曲げられないとなると追っ手のない台車を押すのは難しそうだな。
でしたら足で蹴って台車を転がせば。
I guess you could do that, but it'll be hard to control though.
足元が全く見えないんだよ。そんな状態で台車を蹴って転がせる？
I mean, if you're like a soccer player, you know, maybe you could. That's what soccer players kind of do, you know. They kind of like kick the ball and run around without even looking at the ball most of the time, really. I guess there's no ultimate soccer players in this group of people, so maybe not.
それに動きづらい衣装を着たままでは死体をビニールシートで包むといった細かい作業ができたのかも疑問だな。
死体を運ぶ時だけその衣装を脱げばいいって話じゃないの？
Well, there's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because he was not strong enough. I mean, that's true, but not related. Once it's on, you could never take it off. Well, that's not true because we did take it off. More so, it's you can't take it off by yourself, as we've seen.
死体運搬の時だけ衣装を脱いだとは考えられないよ。だってさ。
Can't get it off, so we had to look at the clasp on the back to get it off in the first place. It kind of reminds me of plate mail, actually. You know, a lot of video games, especially like Western RPGs, you could just equip like full plate mail armor on your character really easily. But like in real life, you actually need like at least like someone to help you to put on your armor usually. Can't just like do everything yourself, or at least it would take quite a while anyway. A lot of pieces you gotta put on, you know.
本当に自力で脱げなかったの？葉隠れの嘘じゃなくて？
嘘なんかじゃねえって。
自力で脱げるんだったらあんな格好のままみんなの前に現れたりしないよ。そんなの自分から疑ってくれって言ってるようなもんだし。
You know, he was so sus that maybe he isn't sus. You know, he's too sus. So sus that he's not sus. Wow.
そうだべ。
じゃあ本当なの？ジャスティスロボが台車を動かせなかったのって。
つまり台車で死体を運んだ犯人はジャスティスロボを着ていた葉隠れではないのだな。
いえ、ちょっと待ってください。お忘れですか？私が撮影した画像のことを。皆さんもご覧になったでしょう？山田くんが不審者によって連れ去られているところを。あの不審者が犯人ではないのなら、あれは一体何だったのです？
You do have photographic evidence.
それに殺された山田くんだって証言していたではないですか。
How'd you get hurt? The guy hit me. Rebel justice.
この事実がある限り結論は揺るがないはずです。犯人は例の不審者、つまり葉隠れくんで間違いありませんわ。
そうだよね。やっぱそうだよね。
待ってよ。
結論を出すのはまだ早いわ。それに決めるのはいつでもできる。その前に他の可能性を話し合ってみるくらいはしておいた方がいいんじゃない？一つの視点にとらわれるより様々な視点から見た方が真実に近づける場合もあるはずよ。
だが具体的にはどうすればいい？
一連の事件を最初から振り返ってみましょう。そこから新しい事実が見えてくるかもしれないわ。めんどくせえ。
だが我らの命がかかっているのだ。多少の面倒は仕方あるまい。
それに事件が起きた時にいなかったキリギリちゃんへの説明も兼ねるんだしさ。
Well, Kirigiri-chan was very adamant about not telling us about that, but anyway.
ではもう一度最初から事件を振り返ってみるか。まず今朝のことから始めるぞ。今朝食堂に集まったのは我と苗木と朝比奈とキリギリの4人だけだ。いくら待っても他の者が来ないので我らはその連中の捜索を開始することにしたんだ。それが8時頃のことだったな。
そこで手分けした直後からキリギリちゃんがいなくなっちゃったんだよね。
その後朝比奈が3階の娯楽室でセレスを見つけ慌てて苗木や我を集めたのだ。
私は不審者に襲われてから1時間ほど気を失っていたようです。つまり私が襲われたのは皆さんに発見される1時間ほど前、7時過ぎですわ。
その際セレスが撮った画像によりその不審者が妙なコスプレをしていることがわかる。ジャスティスロボだったな。しかもそのジャスティスロボに山田が連れ去られているという事実も判明したのだ。不審者の捜索を始めた我らは川や野上と合流し、その後2階の図書室で傷を負った山田を発見した。
Man, there's a lot of events, by the way. This is a long chain of events.
我らは傷ついた山田を1階の保健室に連れて行き再び不審者の捜索を再開したんだ。そして保健室から出た直後
What's wrong? Saw a shadow. Yeah, she saw something. That's why he went upstairs.
セレスさんの目撃証言を聞いた僕らは手分けして2階を捜索することになったんだ。そしたらその直後
今度は3階で不審者の姿を見たのです。すぐに大声を上げて皆さんに知らせましたわ。
Doria is what she said. Or was it Doya or Doria? Yeah, I just remember that yell was pretty funny.
その直後今度は
And then apparently Ifumi's screaming for help. And then we had to split up. We gotta split up, gang.
僕らは二手に分かれることになったんだ。僕とセレスさんと朝比奈さんは1階の保健室に戻り、大神さんと戸上くんと深川さんが3階で不審者を追ったんだ。そして僕は戻った保健室で山田くんの死体を発見して、そこで死体発見アナウンスが流れるのを聞いたんだ。そのことを伝えるためセレスさんと朝比奈さんを残して僕は再び3階へと戻った。
だがその時我らは3階の物理準備室で石丸の死体を発見したところだった。山田と石丸の死体が発見されたのはほぼ同時だったはずだ。我も石丸の死体を発見した直後あのアナウンスが流れるのを聞いたからな。
そこで僕は大神さんと戸上くんに山田くんが殺されていたことを伝えたんだ。そして僕たち3人は一緒に保健室に向かうことになったんだよ。だけど物理室を出た直後 遅れてやってきたセレスさんから僕らは驚くべき話を聞くことになったんだ。
Some noise in the background. Yeah. This. Yeah, they're just like retelling the events of what happened. Just like a summary. I mean, we kind of did this summary already with Sakura during the investigation, but we're getting it again, I guess. I mean, probably it pays to pay attention, I guess.
気絶した深川を置き去りにしたことを思い出し、我らは再び物理準備室へと戻ったのだが、
Can't be happening. The body disappeared again.
姉妹の死体も消えてしまったのだ。
Well, obviously, the culprit is a magician. They can just make people disappear, right? No.
我らはすぐに消えた二人の死体の捜索に取り掛かる。そしてしばらくすると、
セレスから死体を見つけたと聞いた俺たちは美術倉庫へと向かったんだ。そこで消えていた2つの死体を再発見したんだ。
これが一連の事件の流れだよ。
なるほど。かなり複雑な事件みたいね。
Yes, very complicated. It's just there's a lot of events. A lot of things happen.
これらを一連の連続した事件として考えても拉致が開かなそうだわ。
だったらどうするの？
連続した事件としてじゃなくて、それぞれを別々の事件として考えてみるのよ。そしてそこからこの事件の矛盾点を見つけ出すのよ。早速始めましょう。まずは石丸くんの事件からよ。
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Down, 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 down. I like the music. Alright, we have the file, but I don't know if that's the one we gotta use. Let's see. I mean, the first thing I think of is, well, I guess we'll see. The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? I don't know. I actually don't know. I look at the file again. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It's thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That doesn't really contradict it, does it? I mean, they could have used like different hammers, but they were both similar weapons, as far as I know. I don't know, actually. I actually don't know how you would progress with this. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. I keep pressing the wrong. Numbering. I mean, there's no real confirmation for that, right? The Monokuma file doesn't, as far as I know, doesn't really give us a time of death in the first place, so we don't really know who died first or second. Right? No? Oh, damn it, I got it wrong. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Ah! Maybe not, because that's my reasoning, is that it doesn't make sense that we already know who killed or who died first or whatever, because we don't really know who died first, really. We found both bodies, I mean, as far as I remember, at the same time, right? Numbering. Numbering? We're using that order. I'm thinking maybe... Oh, I didn't get it, but... I'm losing time, oh no. Because now I'm thinking like maybe... we need to suck this up, the numbering, or number were they use in that order. So number for ordering, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. Yep. Break. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. Okay. I get. Okay, yeah, okay. I was wondering, like, it kind of doesn't, like, what are we trying to say? But I guess it's kind of like what I said before. It's like we don't really know, who died first or second. We're just looking at the numbers, but like, this doesn't mean anything. Just because it says 1, 2, 3 doesn't mean the number 1 was used first or anything. It could just be used, out of order, really. Which is assuming that they were used in order, but we don't really know that.
Justice Hammer の番号が犯人の偽装工作ということは、実際に殺された順番は石丸が先で山田が後だったということか。だったらその根拠を示してもらおうか。
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Well, I do know. Okay, this is what I was thinking of before, during the hammer argument. Was exactly this thing, and yeah, okay, I get it. So this, I didn't want to say it, because maybe it's too soon to reveal this evidence, but it's his wristwatch. Because we did see, apparently, it stopped at 6 o'clock. We saw him, before already at 6 p.m., so he must have died 6 a.m., which is way before, everything that happened. I wonder how his wristwatch broke, at the time he died. I mean, it's quite a coincidence, but I guess it works. Like, how would you get bonked on the head, how would the watch itself break because of that, unless you just fall really hard, I guess, maybe, I don't know. All I'm saying is that the wristwatch that I have, that I just bought, recently, I don't think it would break that easily, unless you have a really flimsy wristwatch. Anyway.
刺した状態で壊れちゃってるでしょ。
おそらく犯人に襲われた際に壊れたんでしょう。だって昨日の晩見た時に。
I didn't keep us waiting. Irritated voice. Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, we don't see his wristwatch on his sprite, but I guess dialogue did mention that he was looking at his wrist. Just a small detail, actually. That's interesting. It's such a small detail in the actual dialogue. I didn't even notice. Anyway.
しかも昨日の夜の時点で壊れていなかったとなる。彼が襲われたのは今朝の6時過ぎで間違いないわ。
つまり石丸君はその時刻に殺されたんだよ。
Again, a very convenient coincidence. Because I feel like maybe the watch could break another way. Maybe when it break, or when it broke, the hands might have been moved, maybe? I don't know, but I guess we're just gonna assume that's just how it works,
だが朝の6時過ぎとなる。山田が殺されたのよりずっと前だな。
それに最初にセレスさんが襲われた朝の7時過ぎより前。
石丸君の殺害はどの事件よりも早く起きていたのだ。
それを僕たちは勘違いしてたんだ。あのジャスティスハンマーのせいで事件が起きた順番を誤認していたんだよ。
Counting, the pitfalls of counting. It's what tricked us all.
犯人がわざわざ凶器に番号を振ったのも、凶器を徐々に大きくしていったのも、事件がハンマーの番号通りに行われていると誤認させるためだったというわけだ。
しかも石丸君の殺害時刻が朝6時過ぎだとすると、彼の殺害時には全員のアリバイが適用されなくなるわ。
Wait, then everyone's a suspect now.
だって彼の事件が起きたのは 私たちが食堂で合流するより前ってことになるんだ。
確かに石丸の殺人に関してはそうかもしれんが、だが山田が殺された時は我ら全員にアリバイがあったはずだぞ。
そっか、確か山田が殺された時って保健室から山田の悲鳴が聞こえた時、葉隠れとキリギリちゃん以外が全員一緒にいたんだよね。
I mean, I guess it wouldn't make any difference unless the person who killed, Ishimaru is different from the person who killed Hifumi, but that seems unlikely, right? Because why would you do that? So it's still the alibi still hold
その後みんなで
the
保
same
健室に駆けつけたところで
implications.
山田の死体を発見したんだよ。本当だ、アリバイがある。
わかった。悲鳴をラジカセに取っておいて、それを時間差で流したんだべ。
Okay.
ラジカセなんてどこにあんの？
知らん。
適当なこと言わないでよ。
That's what you do, In the Phoenix Wright games, you gotta make stuff up.
ともかく山田の悲鳴が聞こえた時は我らには明確なアリバイがある。つまりあの場にいた我らには山田の殺人は不可能だったということになる。
不可能なのは山田君の殺害に限ったことではありません。その後の死体消失の件もそうですわ。保健室から山田君の死体が消えた時、私と朝比奈さんは一緒にトイレにいましたし、他の皆さんは物理準備室にいらしたのですよね。それに物理準備室から石丸くんの死体が消えた時もそうですわ。あの時私たちは山田くんの死体消失の件で全員保健室に集まっていたのです。
私だけはずーっと物理準備室でまたギューだったけどね。
じゃあジェノサイダーなら石丸っちの死体を運び出せたんじゃねえか。
石丸の死体運搬が可能でも保健室にあった山田の死体運搬は不可能だ。山田の死体がなくなった時もそいつは物理準備室で倒れていたはずだからな。
どっちもやってませんけどね。
つまり山田くんの殺害もその後の2人の死体消失も私たちには不可能だったのです。逆にそれらが可能だったのは姿を消していた葉隠くんかキリギリさんだけですわ。
キリギリさん、どうする？
このまま誰がやったかを話し合っていても話が堂々巡りするだけのようね。だったら誰がじゃなくてどうやってで考えてみましょうか。特に山田くんの死体運搬については話し合う必要がありそうだし。
そうなんだよね。いくら調べても彼の死体を運んだ方法だけは分からなかったんだ。しかもセレスさんの証言によると
I went to the washroom. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to imagine all of this in the timeline, but this is when we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, or rather, well, was he dead already? I can't remember. Well, we initially found Hifumi apparently in the library. Actually, he was attacked and everything. We put him in the nurse's office. Then we went upstairs, heard a scream, went back downstairs. Then we saw Hifumi's dead body. As the I guess the body discovery announcement played and everything, and then Celeste and Asahina were supposed to be watching the body, but then they both went to the washroom for a minute or two, and that's when the body disappeared when they came back, right? I think that's what it was.
彼の死体はセレスさんと朝比奈さんが目を離したほんの1分程度の間に消えたらしいけど、でもそんな短い時間であの巨体を1階の保健室から3階の美術倉庫に運ぶなんて。
Well, you see, you simply roll him, like a katamari, Katamari Damacy. You just kind of like, it's kind of like just push him up, you know?
どう考えても不可能だべ。
その不可能を可能にする方法があると言ったら？
どんな方法？
死体自身に移動してもらえばいいんだよ。
Nani? Zombie?
死体が勝手に動いたってこと？
幽霊か？
幽霊か？
オカルト話がしたいわけじゃないだろう。そこの女が言っているのは、死んだと思われていた山田が実は生きていた可能性があるということだ。
生きてた？
I mean, it does seem Hifumi has a knack, you know, for coming back from the dead. We've already seen it one time, right? Maybe he did it multiple times.
山田は保健室から運ばれたわけではなく、自らの足で動いたというの。
じゃあ私たちが保健室で見つけた山田の死体って何だったの？
死んだふりということになるな。
そんなことありえませんわ。
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Just like GLaDOS? The cake is a lie? No, Broken wristwatch. I don't know if that's related to anything. Let's see.
保健室で見つけた時の山田は生きていた可能性があるということか。
いいえ、そんなはずありません。あの時の山田君は間違いなく死んでいましたよ。どうして断言できるの？あなたの死体発見アナウンスを聞いたでしょう。あれは山田君の死体を発見したからこそ流されたアナウンスのはずですわよ。本当にそうかしら。別の誰かの死体に対するアナウンスだったのかも。
Okay. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once, but Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered almost exactly the same time. Okay, I think I know what Kyokyo is getting at. So let me just get back to her statement real quick. Slow this down, grab her statement right here. Someone else's discovery. And then go back to the contradiction. Let's see. Dead body had been found. But maybe it wasn't Hifumi's body discovery announcement. Bureku.
あの時の死体発見アナウンスって山田君の死体を発見したせいで流れたものなのかな？
当然ですわ。だって山田君の死体を発見した直後にあのアナウンスを聞いたのですよ。
でもそれは石丸君の死体を発見した人たちも同じだったはずだよ。
その通りだ。俺たちは石丸の死体を発見した直後にあのアナウンスを聞いている。
つまり僕たちは勘違いしてたんじゃないかな。石丸君の死体発見アナウンスを山田君の死体発見アナウンスだとさ。
そもそも死体が2つ見つかったのであればアナウンスも2回流れるはずだ。
モノクマが横着して1回にまとめただけかもしれません。
I mean, that could be true. Gotta ask him.
その点に関してはどうなんだ？
とってもセンシティブな問題だから詳しいことは言えないんだけど、そもそも死体発見アナウンスってのはね、3人以上の人間がその死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるのです。
答えになってないぞ。俺らは大ご着したかどうか聞いてる。
いや、今ので十分だ。死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるということは。
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of the logic of that. It's only played when you find the body for the first time. Okay, I think I know what you're trying to say.
同 じ死体を何度発見しようとも死体発見アナウンスは流れないということだな。だとするとあの時の死体発見アナウンスはどうして流れたんだろうな。
あの時って僕たちは今回の一連の事件で2回の死体発見アナウンスを聞いているはずだよ。
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when... just after Hifumi came back to life? I mean, no, I don't think so. When Toko was found unconscious? No. When both bodies were rediscovered. That's when it, the thing played. I was trying to think, like... if it played the second time, we found both bodies... I mean, yeah. It would mean one of those bodies that we found the second time was actually the first time. Was actually the first time we found the body. Yeah.
死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるのなら死体を再発見した時に流れるはずがない。
やっぱりそうなんだよ。僕らが2人の死体を再発見した時、どちらか片方の死体は実は初めて発見された状態だったんだよ。
つまり最初に保健室で発見された時の山田はまだ死んではおらず、我らが本当の意味であいつの死体を発見したのは美術倉庫の時だったということか。
だけどそれだけじゃないんだ。保健室の山田君が生きていたと考えられる根拠は他にも存在するんだよ。
Another thing.
その根拠私にはわかるよ。あいつは死んだふりが上手だったからそれで決まり。その程度のことは根拠とは。
Genocide Jill or Jack or whatever just has nothing to contribute. She's just saying things.
やはり彼が生きていた根拠なんて存在するとは思いませんわ。だったらもう一度山田君の死体の状況について振り返ってみましょう。そうすればはっきりするはずよ。彼が生きていたかどうか無駄だと思いますが。
I'm trying to think like any kind of alternative possibilities. Like they're saying Hifumi was alive when we found them, or he was playing dead. Well, what if Ishimaru was playing dead? But I guess it wouldn't make sense for multiple reasons. Like it doesn't explain why Hifumi moved to the 3rd floor and everything, and we kind of established that he died at 6 a.m. I guess, even though it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's circumstantial evidence, but sure, why not? We're just assuming that he did die at 6 a.m. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Right. More non-stop debate, I think. That's what it's called. All these little mini games are called different names. Oh, he has his glasses.
最初に山田の死体を見つけたのは保健室だったよね。でも私とセレスちゃんがトイレに行ってる間に死体は消えちゃったんだよ。
So much
そして次にその死体が発見された
lockers.
美術倉庫だったな。
移動前の彼の死体と移動後の彼の死体、体勢が変わった以外に特に違いはありませんでしたわ。
本当にあいつは生きていたの？
ありえません。バカバカしいですわ。
She always makes a scary face like that. Well, when Hifumi's body was found in the nurse's office, and when it was found again in the repository, there's definitely some sort of conflict there. Well, if you remember Hifumi's glasses, if you look at the actual thing, it's the difference between him having blood on his glasses, and later when we found him, there was no blood. So, there is a difference, It's like spot the difference, those little mini games? Spot the difference. Look at these two pictures. What are the differences, That's what we need to do.
そして次に美術倉庫、移動前の彼の死体と体勢が変わった以外に特に違いはありません。
I got an achievement, by the way. I think we're clicking on those things. pink statements. Alright, there you go. Soda wa chigau yo. There is a difference.